Man, you look so Swedish.
Oh my god, there we go. My microphone was really weird.
What was wrong with it?
Yeah, I had like a setting on it. Anyhow, spawning bomb right here for everyone. It's from Copenhagen Wolves, Sonder, as the green sug, and me failing a bit, having my microphone basically on mute for like minutes. And this is one spawning at top left position here is from Team Empire. It is Cass as the Red Terran. So, Dale, a CVT on Belgian Vestige.
Yes, it is. um, Thanks for stating the obvious. Kidding, sorry. Do we have an observer today? No, maybe?
No, it's actually
Okay,
me
so,
observing.
Okay, so I won't follow you. I'll do my own thing. Yeah, and so sorry. Who did you introduce? Did we introduce anybody yet? Or we're going to start doing it now?
I actually did both for you.
Okay,
Because
sorry.
I'm such a nice guy.
No, well done. You're pulling both weight for both of us, so I can just sit here and I'll insult you regularly until the game's over. How's that sound?
No, that sounds great.
My chat was as usual, so I was trying to sort that out before we launched, but it's okay.
Okay, so anyhow,
Yeah, so
yes, the first game
as you
between
said,
Copenhagen Wolves and Empire, and right now we do see Cass opening with what seems to be a Reaper opening.
yep, pretty standard stuff, from, especially on Belshire. Really nice for the Reaper to get in and out, as any Terran will know, so he's going to get plenty of scouting information. I'm having a lot of trouble with StarCraft right now. I have no idea what's going on. The mouse cursor won't lock to screen. All of my settings are wrong, so bear with me while I try to commentate and do that at the same time.
Absolutely, take your time.
So what's your I'm really excited to cast these games. Actually, I'm a big fan of Empire as a team. I watch Cass's stream, as probably most people do, quite a lot. Even though I don't play Terran, I like to watch other other race streams just to get insider information and all that sort of stuff, that sort of goodness.
Yeah, it's a really good thing you can do actually to learn stuff. I actually like to watch pro streams just because it's so micro intensive often. A really fun thing to do. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing that as well.
There was a really nice discussion on State of the Game, actually. The 100th episode just recently about force fields. That was, yeah, very interesting. And some proposed changes that I actually, as a Protoss player, wouldn't think is a bad idea.
Interesting. And anyhow, we do have Empire Cast already killing one drone with that one Reaper, being so annoying and already forcing one of those spore crawlers. Such a nuisance right now from Empire Cast, and behind this, actually going command center on the low ground against the Zerg, being extremely good and actually surviving with the Reaper right now, doing so much damage, and is going to get out. That was the second spore crawl he had to make with those drones. So annoying.
Okay, I think I'm set up.
Okay, that's good. So we should be ready to cast
sorry
series.
about that, everybody. Yep, first game of the night was shaky for me. Yeah, so that Reaper into get out, but it looks of things as I alt-tabbed quickly back in. The Queen's coming out off creep. Might get the kill. Nope. And he does. Gets the Reaper kill. That's always nice.
Yeah, indeed, it's really nice to get the Reaper kill because of the fact that now the Terran might have to waste scans to be able to scout. He can't really scout for thirds as easily and that kind of things. Right now, you see Empire Cast getting his third right in this main. He's doing such a great work with this, and he's getting the starport behind this. No tech lab yet though from the barracks, so you shouldn't see any banshees coming out, anything like that crazy. These Hellions, of course, will chase away any kind of circling poke / harass. And we're gonna see more and more Hellions come out. We should see this down to 16. Sorry, not 16, 6. 16 would be amazing though. And but you never know about Cass though. Cass is a really special player.
He is, yeah. He's always on the cutting edge of that Zerg metagame, coming up with new strats and throwing new things into the works. 16 lings at that time, and there's no, that you could expect that. That's one of the best things about Cass, I think. He's like Cats in that way, coming up with the, not necessarily the winning strategy that will, take him through an entire DreamHack, just adding little bits and pieces to standard builds that you wouldn't normally think of.
I must agree. Actually, he's been doing great work with that, and we do see though he's actually macroing up quite a bit. He only got those 4 Hellions, so being quite greedy, and doesn't really want to poke too much to the Zerg. But Sonder right now, he's not getting his 3rd base, which is extremely important to note here. He's going double Evo Chamber and getting a Spire. And these Evo Chambers are not actually for upgrades right now. He'll just use them to block off with. And right now, Cass doesn't know what's coming. And he's getting Spire, so 2 base Muta, basically. And that could mean a ton of damage for Cass.
But he's got Viking production up and running well. He's got 1 Viking out on the field, and while it's out sniping overlords, he might see those and get a few up, and they can help a bit depending on how many mutas we're going to see Sonder go into. Mutas, this is a great map for mutas. Don't see it a lot against Terran right now. Not a lot. Usually, you know, the small amounts of. In fact, I'm a big proponent of small amounts of defensive mutas against drop-heavy players. Bio Widowmine drops. The mutas are incredible.
Yeah, indeed, those mutas.
I have a drop in the 3rd base here.
Oh, really? Yeah, that
Widowmine getting buried at the 3rd base, just waiting for any drones to be transferred, and he's going to move more Widowmines up into the other bases. But they do get chased away by those queens, as there are 2 or 3 queens creating the wall off at that natural.
Yeah, it's a really nice move here from Sonder, being able to hold that so easily. And right now, Cass can't do the damage with Widowmines he wanted to, but he might scout the mutas coming out, and that would be a huge thing. We do see 6 mutas on the way, +1/+1 on the way from Sonder. So actually getting that +1/+1, as well as Cass right now getting his 1/1 himself, and Stim on the way. So he's doing the standard macro build here, not wasting too much time on getting, you know, way too many Vikings or way too many units. But now he sees the Mutalisks, and he knows that he must be ready for this, because it was 2 base muta. This can be extremely scary, so he must really make sure his 3rd doesn't go down, that he gets Vikings up, or even a ton of missile turrets.
Yeah, absolutely, and here we do see a couple of missile turrets going down immediately across the bases. Well, 1. 2 now, there we go. Double racks coming up, probably going to go into heavy marine production as they deal incredibly effectively with mutas. Going to get the deny on this 3rd base for at least a time being. I'm surprised he landed that eventually, but plenty of marines and Widowmines to move out here. Pulling some SCVs, getting ready to transfer, and yeah, we do. I think he'll hold this fairly well. Very easily to repair that quickly.
Yeah, but it doesn't lose a muta though, and killing off one of those mines was a good move from Sonder. Nice micro and everything, but didn't do the damage he needed though. If we look at the supplies right now, Cass is actually ahead in supply, way ahead in workers, 9 workers ahead as a Terran. That's a ton, especially with those mules. It gets him even 3 more, so that's just amazing for him. So right now Sonder is quite a bit behind, and he needs to do damage with these Mutalisks, otherwise he could be in a terrible position.
Yeah, Terran macro off 3 bases versus 3 bases is going to overwhelm you very quickly. We do see Ling Bling Muta coming up. We got a total of 9 Banelings there, so it might be able to get in there and do the worker kills while the mutas come from another side and try to pick off others. That would be the play I'm going for. We see some changelings moving off to see what's up. Nice pack of marines with only 1 medevac standing here, and here's an engagement. Hellions get some nice shots off, pull a few marines out. They get surrounded, and the Banelings come in. They're trying to clean up all these marines. The wall is down, though. There aren't a lot of ground units for the wall to take down, and another couple of really nice Widowmine hits. But great move by Cass, moving those Hellions forwards to soak up the Baneling damage. And now it's marines with medevacs versus mutas, and you can never tell which way that fight's going to go.
No, it's so hard actually to fight against marines with mutas, but when you have enough mutas, actually you can do so much damage to those marines. And right now, Cass must regroup. He must get ready to chase this away, of course. And right now, Sonder's trying to do the damage he needs, trying to get the 4th base up at the same time, and he's just massing out units right now. He has 72 drones soon. But right now, he's just massing more and more units, making more Banelings. He makes sure that he can keep on pushing and just get more and more stuff out behind. And of course, behind that, get more economy and the hive. So basically, he wants to keep Cass back, so he can't go for that big Doom push. But right now, Cass is holding very well. And here comes the Banelings!
And that was an enormous detonation by those Banelings, but really nice splits by Cass, picking off one of those overseers at the end there. More Lings moving into this death ramp here with the mutas just outnumbering Marines 2-1, although that was a massive mine hit. But on the mutas, more Marines coming up, and there's 2 mines that are waiting. I think Sonder is aware that he's trying to be baited into mine hits, but with Cass having the upgrade, those mines burrow very effectively. The Marines falling back a little bit to wait for the medevacs, I think.
Yeah, and just a minute ago, Sonder was actually way ahead in the armor supply, but right now Cass is actually just about equalizing. His gain is 2-2, actually before Sonder even, and getting the Doom Claw such an early time in the game for getting so much pressure on him. Also getting the 4th command center here, great timing on it. He just needs to make sure that Sonder doesn't keep him in his base for too long, so Sonder can actually get high behind this. But right now, we're actually just right now to the infestation pit start, so that should mean that Cass should get his 3-3 up way before Ultralisks.
Yeah, and these mutas are unupgraded, and the ground units are on 2-2. That means Cass is going to have an upgrade advantage at some in the very near future. Though a couple of mutas, the mutas are now in the 3rd base of Cass, killing off some workers. But I really love the positioning of that bunker there, with a couple of turrets backing it up, and these Marines chasing the Banelings and the mutas across the map, making Sonder split his micro up. That's a real pain in the neck for the Zerg player, but he's managed to defend that fairly well. These mutas getting pulled back to defend against this push now. That's a lot of Widow Mines.
Oh, that's a ton of Widow Mines. We actually see 11 Widow Mines out on the field, but that was great Baneling connections from Sonder. Cass right now moving out to the map, not too much by though, and that means that Sonder right now can do so much damage with those Banelings, of course. And right now, Cass is trying to do some nice poking damage, trying to get those creatures off, but we do see a ton of Banelings! Oh my god, and the Vines doesn't connect, and he's actually killing off so much bio here!
Yeah, that was devastating for Cass. Those Marines engaging nowhere near the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines now creating an effective flank for him to be protected by, but the mutas come in and sweep everything off the map. Cass has just gotten a whole bunch of barracks and tech and their upgrades online though, so his production of 3 bases is about to hit that peak level where he can keep up with Ling Bling Muto. So I feel like Sonder probably needs to do some economic damage, and he's in the position right now to do that. Run in with those Banelings and those mutas, off as many workers as he can, and then see where he's at after that, and maybe probably do a tech switch to Infesta Ultra, maybe? What do you think?
Yeah, we'll see. He actually doesn't have the hive behind this. And here we go, though. Sonder pushing in with so much. Killing off the army of Cass. Cass does have an army back home, but still, this is a ton of damage. I'm just going to get back to that, what you said, in just a second here, because Sonder is doing so much damage. And here we go. So Sonder right now, he's getting swarmers behind this. I think that actually was a mistake. It doesn't look like he really wants to commit to it. Right now, he's going really heavy Ling Bling Mutalist, just to make sure he gets those bases up, and then he can take the hive. And here we go, the hive is on the way, but here comes Sonder, and he's pushing in right into the Widow Mines though, and great hits with the Widow Mines.
Yeah, those Widow Mines they burrow so fast, and they do such an enormous amount of damage. Although a Widow Mine hit there, hitting a Ling and taking down most of Cass's units to almost no health, those mutas are really earning their money. Their pack is getting bigger and bigger as Sonder adds 1 or 2 Mutalists with every round of lava that he has. Cass's Marine count is a bit too low to deal with him at any one point, because he hits effectively with the Ling and Blings just before he moves in the mutas to sweep them up. But I'd really like him, I really want him to start doing economic damage to these mutas, because Cass is keeping up with him in terms of base saturation, and as anyone knows, with mules and such, and a lot of production online, that's a terrifying idea. And here the mutas come into the 3rd base for Cass, sweeping up onto these onto these SCVs in this bunker, but they just cannot get that bunker down. So many SCVs repairing it, and it's finally about to go down, but he did lose a large number of mutas there, which is really unfortunate. Those Marines, so heavily upgraded, against unupgraded mutas, are just terrifying.
Oh, indeed, he doesn't have any upgrades for those mutants. As you said, 3-3 Marines, that does a ton of damage, especially with those SCVs repairing the bunker. And right now, we do see Cass trying to chase them off, of course. He did lose 10 mutants, though. That's a ton of resources. He did remake 5 of them, of course, but still. Cass has a huge army. Sonder as well, of course, but still. Cass has a much bigger army supply. Here comes Sonder, trying to push in with those stacked Mutalisks. And oh my god, the big hits with the mines, killing off so many Banelings. Not many Banelings left, and everything for Sonder is just dying. What just happened?
I really loved the way that Sonder split up his units, but as soon as they got off creep and started running up those ramps towards those burrowed Widow Mines and those 3-3 Marines, Marauders, all of those Lings and Blings started to get destroyed, and this is where the Terran production is about to make every production facility of every other unit, every other race in the game look ridiculous as these exponential increase in supply every few seconds. He's losing units and producing 3 to replace every single one. We do have small engagements, the mutas coming in to try and cut off these reinforcements, but there's burrowed mines everywhere. These mutas are getting taken down to half health without really doing anything, and a single Marine with no health chasing them away slowly.
Yeah, indeed, we do see right now Cass, though, in such a huge lead, and also Sonder, he is back on 4 bases, actually only 3 mining, the 4th isn't even mining yet, and right now Cass is pushing. He has a huge army, he has 3-3 against 2-2, a huge upgrade leader, no Ultralisk, no Infestors, and not that many Mutas left. Right now Sonder is in a world of trouble.
He's not in a great position, is he? He's sticking to Ling Bling Meter. A tech switch might be feasible at this point, as Terran could continue on with the tech that they're using throughout the entire game, usually Biomine. Especially against Ling Bling Meter, Biomine is the exact counter to that style, so I feel like Sonder should have tech switched a long time ago, or we're going to see that series of engagements where 2 or 3 Widow Mines wipes out entire armies and he just remaxes as fast as the Terran player can. He does have a very large amount of ratings, and here they come, a really nice split up there by Sonder as he moves in to try and take out all this bio. Massive hits by the Banelings, but there's going to be plenty left as everything is wiped out by that bio, and huge splits by Cass. Really well played. Amazing all-around job by Cass, keeping off the early aggression and then just getting to that macro level where he's comfortable and demolishing